Hi, welcome to Code with Z. In today's video, we're given this array and we gotta return this. Why? Because that's what LeetCode 49 group anagrams is asking us to do. Now, I want you to know that I'll explain and visualize everything in the coming slides, but for the sake of reading the question, let's see what the question is actually asking us for. So as you can see, we're given an array of strings called strings, and we gotta group the anagrams together. Now, an anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase. This is gonna make more sense when we check this example, but we have it in the slides, so let's check it out there. So this is the array that we were given, and this is the array that we gotta return. These three words are anagrams because they're using the same three letters, ATE, EAT, TEA. As you can see, we're using TAE. The order of the letters does not matter. What matters is that they're using the same letters. So they're an anagram and we gotta group them together. Same thing for here. As you can see, NAT that we got from here and TAN that we got from here are both using NAT in different orders. So we're gonna group them together. And BAT is the only word that's using these three letters, so we're gonna put it in one group by itself, like so. But how do we go from this to here? Like, how can we even group them, or how can we even compare them to see if they have the same letters or not? So we gotta find a way to be able to compare these and know that they are using the same three letters. So to be able to compare these words together and know that they're using the same three letters, we can actually sort them. If we sort any of these words, it's gonna give us AET because this is sorted alphabetically, A and then E and then T, right? So no matter what word we have, if we sort them, we're gonna get this. So we can basically group them based on the sorted version of the letters, because this word and this word and this word have the same sorted version of these three letters. So when we try to group these here, we're gonna be like, if the sorted version of the letters is gonna be AET, we're gonna put them in this group here. And same thing for these. If we sort each one of these, it's gonna give us ANT. Again, this is sorted alphabetically, so A and then N and then T. And again, we're gonna have the same thing. When we actually try to group these, we're gonna be like, if the sorted version of the letters gave us ANT, we're gonna put that word inside of this array because we wanna group them together, right? And same thing for this one. If we sort this alphabetically, that's gonna give us ABT. Now, I'll show you the structure of the algorithm and then I'll visualize everything so you can see how things work with your own eyes. So let's put these here. This is our array and it's called strings. And I think we can all agree that we need to return something, right? We gotta return the array that we saw. So we have to have some kind of a data structure to be able to group these and then return them at the end. So we're gonna use a map. You're gonna see why in the visualization, don't worry, but just know that we have a map. This is basically a hash map that takes a key and a value. And then we gotta group these together. So we have to loop through our array, right? So we're gonna have a loop. This is gonna be representing our loop. Anything inside of this here is gonna be inside the loop. And because it's gonna be a for loop, we're gonna have a variable for the for loop, for example, word, because we're gonna be looping through each word here, right? So we're gonna name the variable in our for loop word. In the first round, this is gonna be equal to eat, and then it's gonna be equal to t, and then tan, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. The code inside of our loop is gonna be pretty simple. We're only gonna have 4 lines. The first line is gonna be that we're gonna sort our word, and we saw why in the previous slide. So whatever our word is, we're gonna sort it, and we're gonna put that inside a variable called sorted word. Simple stuff, right? And then we're gonna have an if statement and we're gonna say if sorted word exists in the map. So we're checking if we've already grouped the sorted word. If we have, we're gonna say add the current word to our group inside of the map. Don't worry, you're gonna see how this works in the visualization. Else, we're gonna say make a new group and add our word to that group. And when we're done with this loop, we're gonna return the values inside of our map as an array. And that's gonna be it. Now, let's visualize everything. Alrighty, so in the first round of our loop, our word is gonna be eat, because remember, we're looping through this array that we have here, and the first word inside of our loop is gonna be eat. So our word is eat, and then the first thing that we do inside of our loop is to sort that word. So we're gonna be like alphabetically sort this word that we have here, and that's gonna give us AET. Now that we have our sorted word, we're gonna be like, does this sorted word exist in the map? Well, the map is empty, so no. So we're gonna fall inside the else, and we're gonna say create a new group for our sorted word and add our word to that group, like so. So sorted word is gonna be AET, and then our word is gonna be EAT, which is eat. And then we're gonna add this to our map, like so. As you can see, now we have a group that has eat inside of it, and the key for this group, this is basically the value, and the key inside of our map is gonna be AET. The key is the sorted word, and we're gonna use this to find the other words that have the same letters. Then we're gonna reach the end of this loop and we're gonna enter the next round. In the next round, our word is gonna be T because we're looping through this array that we have here, and we are in the second round and our word is gonna be T. We're gonna sort our word and that's gonna give us AET again, because if you sort T alphabetically, that's gonna give you AET. And then we're gonna check if sorted word exists in the map. Well, yeah, AET does exist inside of our map. So we're gonna say map.get sorted word. Our sorted word is AET. So map.get AET, and that's gonna give us this array that we have here. So that's gonna give us eat, and we're gonna push our new word inside of our array like so, and that's gonna add T to our array. And then we're gonna enter the next round. In our next round, our word is gonna be 10. We're gonna sort it again, and that's gonna give us ant or ANT. And then we're gonna check if ant or ANT exists in the map. Well, not really, so we're gonna fall inside the else, and we're gonna say, let's make a new group, and the key of that group should be ANT, which is the sorted word, and the word that we should add first to our group is gonna be 10, like so. So now we have ant, and the value corresponding to ant is gonna be this array that we have here. And then we're gonna enter the next round, we're gonna have 8, and then we're gonna sort it again, that's gonna give us AAT. We're gonna check if AAT exists in the map. It does, as you can see. So we're gonna be like map.get of AAT, that's gonna give us this array that we have here. And then we're gonna push our word, which is 8, inside of this array, like so. And now we have eat, T, and 8 inside of this array that we have here. Then we're gonna get to the next round. In our next round, our word is gonna be NAT or NAT, and then we're gonna sort it again. That's gonna give us ant. We're gonna check if ant exists in the map. Well, yeah, it does, as you can see. So we're gonna be like map.get of ant. That's gonna get this array that we have here, and it's gonna give it to us, and then we're gonna push our new word inside of our array, like so. Now you have 10 and nat inside of this array. And then we're gonna enter the next round. We're gonna have bat as our word, and then we're gonna sort it. That's gonna give us ABT. And then we're gonna check if it does exist in the map. It doesn't, so we're gonna fall inside the else, and we're gonna create a new group. ABT is gonna be the key of that group, and the word that we're gonna add to that group is gonna be bat, like so. Now we have it here, and then we're gonna reach the end of our array, so we're gonna stop looping, and we're gonna return the values in map as an array. Well, these are the keys, as you can see, these are the keys, but we want the values, so we're gonna return this, and this, and this, like so, and that's gonna be our answer. Now, let's code this in the simplest way possible. Alrighty, let's code this together. So the first thing that we gotta do is to define a map, just like we saw on the slides. I'll just call it a map, and this is gonna be a map, like so. And then we're gonna have our loop. We're gonna say for let of word of string. So basically, we're looping through each word inside of our strings array that was given to us. On each round, our word is gonna be equal to one of the words inside of our array, right? And then we have to sort our word, right? So we gotta say const sorted word is equal to, I gotta turn it into an array, sort it, and then turn it back into a string. So I'll say word dot split, and this is gonna turn it into an array. I'll sort that array, and then I'll turn it back into a string, like so. So now we have a sorted word, and we have to check if this sorted word exists in the map or not. So we're gonna say if map has our sorted word, like so, do the following. If it does exist inside of our map, we just have to add to it, right? So we're gonna say map.get sorted word, and this is gonna get us the array, and then we have to push our new word inside of that array, like so. And if it doesn't exist, we have to say else map.set, because we gotta make a new group, and we're gonna say the key for that group should be the sorted word, and the first value inside of this group is gonna be our word, like so. And believe it or not, this is our code, and then we have to return it as an array. We have to return all the values inside of our map as an array. So we're gonna say return array from map.values, like so. So this is returning the values inside of our map as an array. So now let's run it and see if we're gonna get accepted. It would be really funny if we fail. We're actually passing all three. That's awesome. Now let me submit it and see if we're gonna pass all of the test cases. Moment of truth. Drum roll, please. I'm just kidding. Yep, as you can see, we've actually passed it. That's awesome. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep on coding.